All right. Thank you for joining me today, Joey Heim, Unafraid. It is Monday. Had a great day this weekend. This is my little guy, Caden. Please make sure you like the feed, share the feed, continue the conversation. He got a little busted lip in the championship.
Show that lip.
In a little championship game yesterday, this flag football game, he won the championship. And proud of the little guy. He got a chance to stay home from school today.
What team? What's the name of the team?
Stitches. What's the name of your team?
What's the name of your team that won the championship yesterday in football?
Steelers.
Who's your favorite player?
Yeah, talk louder.
Antonio Brown.
Okay, so the couple things we got for you guys today are the Astros home run ball, the one that the lady caught.
Which one? Okay.
Yeah, the one that the lady caught, and then the guy took it from her and threw it back, and that's why we got him here because kids say the darndest things and they know right and wrong immediately. Katie, you can't play with that dude. So many people are saying that baseballs are juiced. And
of course they're
he
juiced.
believes they're juiced. I don't believe they're juiced, and I have evidence to prove it. And East Coast sports watchers are elitist. They want the games to start super early to accommodate them. Nobody cares.
Do you ever live in the East Coast?
Yep.
You did?
Yeah. So
that ain't East Coast.
Florida's the East Coast.
Oh, you did live in
Florida.
Florida. Yeah. I was talking about Tennessee.
No. So Yasiel Puig hit a home run in the 9th inning
with one hand,
in Game 5 of the World Series, and there's a video I posted on my Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff of a Houston Astros fan,
a woman.
Yes, in the left. That doesn't matter.
What a catch! Oh, come on, man.
It doesn't matter if she was a man or a woman.
I haven't seen a woman. She snagged it like this. Like, that was awesome, man.
A catch is a catch. So she was in the left field seats holding the home run ball. Then a man 2 seats down from her grabbed the ball and throws it back onto the field. Just took it out of her hand.
He was mad. He was like,
"Ugh." And then turns out that was her brother-in-law, right?
Yep.
That was her brother-in-law. And I showed the video to my 6-year-old son. Caden, is that right or wrong for him to take the ball from her and throw it back?
Wrong.
Wrong, right? How would you feel if somebody did that to you?
Mad.
You'd be pretty mad, right? Like how mad?
Really mad.
all right, let me ask you a question. So let's say you're no, you're sick. It's different. It was somebody on the other team. So you're a Dodger fan, right?
Yeah.
Let's say Correa hits a grand slam to win the game, and you catch the ball. Wouldn't you be mad and go, "I don't want this ball, crap," and throw it back out?
No.
Nah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've never my bucket list. My number one. Feel better, kid. Thanks for coming out. My number one thing I've never come within 3 feet of catching a foul ball. No, 3 feet. Sorry, 30 feet. I cannot get my hands on one.
That means you have bad luck, bro.
I do.
Because every time I go to a game, I am in the right place at the right time.
I haven't come close.
Listen,
that was her husband's brother, probably, right?
Yeah. Multiple of my kids have caught foul balls or have gotten balls at baseball games.
You're not just rubbing it in. I haven't even come close. Like, I just want to, even if I get a finger on it, to me, that's like catching a foul ball.
Yeah. So, to me, right, this whole situation with the foul ball, this is a case of entitlement at its finest. Like, this dude thinks that he has the right? He has the right to take the foul ball out of her hand and make a decision for her and throw the ball back.
Well, first of all, they know each other, so
it doesn't matter.
It does. If let's say Hilda caught a home run ball and some jerk, I don't know, we'd be fighting. Yeah, but that's his brother.
It doesn't.
I like the way he was going to backhand him. He was going to backhand the dude. That was pretty cool.
Well, because he was pissed off. He took the home run ball from his wife, but
she said she was going to throw it anyway.
She wasn't going to throw it back, and turns out, right? So she was pissed off about it, and then after they end up negotiating some terms, right? So that means that she wasn't going to throw the ball back. She was going to keep the ball back. So guess what he has to give her?
I'm afraid. Can we say it with the kid here?
Yeah, a Nolan Ryan signed bat and ball.
How's he going to get that?
He has it already.
Oh, my God.
So he has to dig out of his collection to give it to her because he messed up. Like, this was a total foul. You cannot take somebody's home run ball. 9th inning home run in the World Series. And she catches it, and you just snatch it out of her hand.
How angry the guy's face was when he took the ball? He's like, I don't care. Dude, if that was like Hulk Hogan, he still would have done it. He didn't care.
Dude, and he would have deserved to get punched in the face. I mean, like, you saw how mad his brother was, right?
Yeah,
that is just so much entitlement as a person. Like that's the kind of person that just walks out in the middle of the street and doesn't look both ways and then gets mad because you almost hit them and it's like, what are you doing? Why didn't you just stop?
Yeah, but like I said, it was his brother's wife, so I still can't believe she caught it. I mean, dude, that is impressive. Dude, she just like snagged it like this, and she's like, it was whoever got that on video should get like an Emmy award or something, whatever the award is they get. That was awesome,
dude. I'm telling you this: if I catch that home run ball from Yasiel Puig,
nobody's grabbing it from you.
I'm not throwing it back. Even if Carlos Correa hit it against the Dodgers, I love the Dodgers.
Oh, I'm throwing it back.
I'm not throwing it back, dude. Do you realize you caught a piece of history?
If I'm at Yankee Stadium. And, if somebody on the Red Sox in the playoffs or somebody the Dodgers hits a home run to get I don't want that ball. If it's one of my Yankees, absolutely. If it's like 5-0 in the second inning, I'm keeping the ball. But if it's a 9th inning home run. It
doesn't matter, dude, because this is a piece of history. You are I'm catching the ball, I'm keeping the ball, and then I'm double dog daring anybody to look over crazy at me like you need to throw it back. What good is throwing the ball back going to do? That's just another.
Did you see his face when he threw the ball back? It felt so good. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, sometimes you punch the wall, right? You're so mad.
No, that's
and
stupid.
You break your knuckles, but it feels so good. That's how that guy
idiotic.
Felt. Yeah, I wish we could play. Once we get picked up, we'll have the technology to play that stuff over. But did you see his face when he threw the ball? It was like, oh,
why
man,
are you focusing on that dude instead of on how he felt as opposed to he did something completely wrong?
But I will say this: if it was just somebody we didn't know, yeah, absolutely, I'm dropping that guy. If Hilda catches a fly ball, a home run ball, and some dude I don't know grabs it out of her hand, I'm getting kicked out of the stadium.
All right. Try this on for size, Joey. Okay, if we're at the game,
yes.
If we're at the game and it's the Dodger, and it's the what team does Juju like?
Juju likes the Yankees.
Okay, so Juju likes the Yankees.
Yeah.
We're at Yankee Stadium, the three of us, right? Juju catches a home run ball. I take it out of Juju's hand and throw it back.
But
aren't you going to be pissed at me?
Ooh, well, Juju's 10 though.
It doesn't matter. Well, you are.
I wouldn't be as pissed though if it was somebody. If it's somebody I didn't know, I would get kicked out of the stadium for punching him in the face.
But you would still be upset if I took it from Juju or Hilda, right?
It depends. Man, it's a tough one. That's what Wrigley, everybody throws the ball back. You know that, right? That's at Wrigley. They do that.
That's baseball.
They don't do that everywhere else. They do it at Wrigley. They don't never do it at Dodger Stadium.
No, because that's baseball's antiquated rules. That's like, don't bat flip, otherwise we're gonna hit you. Don't run around the bases too slowly.
What's antiquated about throwing the ball back?
Because it's
Yeah, he likes. See, George Jr. likes the Yankees.
It is the unwritten rules of baseball that continuously tell you how to behave.
Well, that guy broke the rules last night.
Who?
That dude that threw the ball back. He broke every rule when he grabbed it from his sister-in-law and threw it. He broke every rule. You can't do that.
But that's not even a baseball rule. That's just a human rule.
And he was probably drunk. I mean, it was a long game. It was a 5-hour game. You're not taking alcohol into account. He looked drunk. Did you see his face afterwards?
Yes, he did look drunk. However, just because you're drunk, it is no excuse. Like, you still go to jail. You still go to Gitmo. You still.
But yeah, I'll call a party foul on the woman's husband. Because he was celebrating, like he was so happy. Because the guy just hit a home run and closer.
Hold on. The man was celebrating because of the exact reason that you said. Because his wife caught this dope home run, and he's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe she just caught this ball."
Yeah, but you got to remember, was it a solo shot or 2-run home run?
2-run home run.
Okay, so now it's 12-11. And I don't know. You just cannot. You can't be celebrating.
Yeah, but it was an immediate reaction. Like, you just said, you were astonished.
Well, hold on. That's the one thing you're not taking into account. Every single thing that happened when that ball cleared the fence was so real. Her catch, the guy grabbing the ball and throwing it. It was so not premeditated. It was so. What's the chance of them catching a home run ball? And by the way,
it's super low. But then that speaks to the next thing about these East Coast fans, because the game finished. It was an extremely long game. It was like almost 5 hours and 30 minutes. Went 10 innings, and I mean, it was long. I mean, it was so many runs, so many pitcher changes.
It's not even baseball anymore. It's ridiculous. Like Correa's home run and Puig's home run. Like they had no business going out.
Okay, but we'll get to the home runs. But these East Coast fans, they're upset with the 5-hour games in the World Series, finished at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they think the game should be started earlier to accommodate them.
Okay, so let's go back really quick. So Monday Night Football, when I was a kid, and I really love the Dallas Cowboys. I still like them now, but not like when I was a kid. And so I remember they'd be on Monday Night Football. I could only watch like the first half when I lived in Brooklyn because I'd have to go to bed.
Okay.
So that sucks. That even worse is like, so when I was gambling a lot, I'd go to New York, for the World Series, and the football games there start at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And when you're gambling, you want to start at 10 a.m. You want the game, so you'd have to wait till 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then what was the game? The 5:30 game on ESPN starts at 8:30.
Okay.
That's awful.
I get that's what
everything's accommodated for the West Coast.
No, it's not. Everything's accommodated for the East Coast because if you really think about it, right? Sports are kind of the only time where the East Coast is not specifically accommodated because the game started yesterday at 5 o'clock Pacific time.
5:25 basically. 5:20.
Yeah. So 5:20 Pacific time. If you start the game at 2 o'clock on the West Coast, like that's inconvenient for people on the West Coast.
Well, not on a Sunday. Sunday there's no traffic. There's no, what I mean?
But that's not when people are watching television. They're still out having brunch, having lunch. Stop that.
Like, can you imagine? Let's say you're a diehard Golden State fan and you live in New York. You're screwed. You got to stay up at 10. The game started at 10:30 out there.
Bro, that's not anybody's fault. So the fact that, I mean, think about everything else in life, right? The stock market is on the East Coast terms.
Well, you have to.
TV shows, they're all on East Coast terms,
right?
All these things are, and college football voters, people who vote in the polls. East Coast voters don't stay up to watch Pac-12 after dark or late night Big 12 games.
Right.
So there's that, and then they claim the eye test when trying to best determine what teams are, national championship contenders. So everything in life is pretty much accommodated to the East Coast, but they think that they are entitled enough to ask for or demand that West Coast games start at 2 o'clock. I mean, come on, man. Like, that's absolutely outrageous.
I know, but like baseball, especially baseball, is a long game. Well, the day before was like 2 hours and 48 minutes. And by the way, I don't care what anybody says. If the Dodgers, it doesn't matter. I said this after Game 4. Doesn't matter what happens, Game 5, Game 6, Game 7. Your MVP is Wood. That game he pitched, Game 4. Oh my God!
What are you talking about, dude?
That guy, he hasn't pitched in 32 days, and he pitches a one-hitter through 5.5 innings.
Listen, dude,
are you serious?
It doesn't
dude,
matter.
That's MVP
you can't
right
pitch
there.
One
was
game.
Kershaw MVP yesterday?
No. But his Game 1 performance was MVP like. So, but the thing is, you can't give somebody the MVP after one. Dude, if he only pitches one game, because the true MVP for the Dodgers right now is Yasiel Puig.
He was 2 for 20.
Or Bellinger.
What, dude? He's 3 for 21. How can it be Puig?
Listen.
No.
Puig has hit 2 big home runs. He's been awesome on defense.
I think it's the leadoff hitter, if anything, Chris Taylor.
Yeah. He's and that single last night was huge as well. But continuing baseball for a second, Joey believes in this outrageous conspiracy theory,
and we want your comments too, by the way, on this.
This outrageous conspiracy theory that the baseballs are juiced. Like, it makes no sense to me saying that the baseballs are juiced.
How can it make no sense? 22 home runs now. It's a record. There's still possibly 2 games left to go. The balls are so juiced. It's not even baseball anymore. What I watched last night, I have no idea what that is. Nobody's bunting anymore. Dave Roberts did the dumbest thing. He had a runner. He had Justin Turner on second.
Awful. It would be different if one run was going to win the game.
Yeah, but I said that after Game 2. I said there's no more need to bunt. Like, in extra innings at Game 2, there's a runner on first, and somebody tried to bunt over the runner on second. Now, a 1-run lead is like a tie game in extra innings. It means nothing. A 3-run lead is like a 1-run lead.
I will tell you this. Is that the baseballs are not juiced, and I have evidence to.
You're going to argue with regular. You're going to argue with these pitchers.
No. I'm going to tell you why baseballs are not juiced, right? I did some research because obviously there's a lot of home runs hit this year. There was the most home runs hit of all time during the regular season, right? There was the most 22 home runs already hit in the World Series, and there's still a game or two to go, right? So everybody's saying, oh, the baseballs are juice, this is juice. Wrong. Because here's the thing. Baseball hitters are changing the way they bat. Yes. Everybody is talking about launch angles and then there's no 2-strike approaches. So everybody, even when they get 2 strikes, they don't adjust where they are in the box. Everybody's still trying to swing in and hit home runs. That's the biggest difference, right? And then the second thing is, which is crucial. Stop trying to read all my notes. Is that if baseballs were juiced, remember this, people. If baseballs were juiced, it would not just affect the number of home runs. There would be significantly more doubles and singles. Hold up. There would be significantly more doubles and singles because balls would be getting hit harder in the gaps. In 2017, there were 6,105 home runs hit, right?
Yep. Mind
you, there have been more home runs hit every single year in the MLB since 2008. So this is not a conspiracy. This is what it is.
You'll see next year the home runs will go down.
The home runs do you understand? The home runs have not gone down in baseball.
It's not going to be like this year. They're going to change the ball again. You'll see.
Okay. So how can you explain to me that every year since 2008, more home runs have been hit of all time? How can you explain to me if you think something's different in the balls this year, but how about last year, the year before, the year before?
The jump is ridiculous. I mean, dude, you had 13 Major League Baseball teams setting records for home runs hit in the season. And I understand what you're saying about launch angles and guys not shortening their swing with 2 strikes. But the thing is, like Puig's home run yesterday. Did you see Todd Frazier's home run in New York?
Yeah.
Dude, come on.
Okay, so here's the thing that you're not accounting for.
I'm sad because things can change. My son is a home run hitter. He's a power hitter, but now it's like not even going to be a big deal anymore. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing that the other thing that you're not considering is this: is that in addition to all that, the players are better. There's more technology in terms of guys hitting the baseball. There are cages. There are like digital cages that Caden, stop, buddy. That all the stuff that they're working on. They are hitting the ball. They are they're stronger. They are like physically training their bodies. I mean, it's just like in football. You see way more one-handed catches now and ridiculous catches than you used to.
I think that's the glove too that they use.
No, it's part the glove, but it's also part them.
But so here's the thing. It's what I said yesterday on my many Facebook and Twitter tweets. I think it's time to move the fences back maybe 30, 40 feet. You got to. I mean, first of all, that Minute Maid Park, whatever they played yesterday, oh my God.
Yeah, but the thing about it, though, is that this year you had 2 players hit 50 home runs, right?
Right.
Nobody hit 50 home runs last year, right?
No.
Yeah, so the fences don't.
And nobody will hit it next year.
No,
They'll go back again next year.
They may. But so
2 years ago, dude, it was a pitcher's league again.
No, how do you explain the fact that? So you're talking about in 2014. Like I'm gonna give you some stats, right?
All right, go ahead.
So in 2017, right, there were the most home runs hit, but it was only the 13th most RBIs ever hit. So
I know why. I'll explain. That's easy. That's easy to explain.
Hold on. Then the 15th most doubles.
The doubles, I don't get that. What you're going with the doubles?
Because if the balls are juiced, right?
Yeah. That instead of doubles, they're home runs.
No. What you're saying is that the balls are juiced, so it makes the balls that when they hit it, they explode off the bat harder.
So instead of doubles, they're home runs. I'll give you an example. The one that what's his name, Springer hit against the Dodgers Game 2, that won the game for him. That had no business going out of the park. I mean, a million of them had no business going out of the park, but that one should have been. I thought it was a double, and it just keeps carrying and carrying.
It's the launch angles, dude. So if what you're saying,
you're saying that Kirby Puckett didn't have launch angles?
No. There was not the technology. Like for instance, there's this baseball thing called the ZEP, right? There's this thing called the ZEP you can put on the end of your bat.
Oh yeah.
And it teaches you launch angles and all of this stuff. And Players are using technology more to perfect their swing, to perfect what they're doing in baseball. It's not simply about a ball being juiced, because home runs have been up every single year since 2008.
This was a drastic. This from last year.
It was up. So the three most hit home runs ever, right? 2017,
all right,
2000,
juice,
and then 2016. In order.
Right.
And then, mind you, after that, it's 2015, 14, 13. So every single year, it's been up since 2008.
But you'll see it's going to drop next year. It's going to drop. If it drops next year, that even proves my point that they're going to change the balls. They have to. It's just
so if more home runs.
Let me ask you a question.
So what you're saying is the balls have been juiced since 2008, according to you, right?
Yeah. It's been juiced here and there. This is not the first year I said, "Oh my God!" It's happened before where I see a guy that weighs 170 pounds hit a home run in the opposite field. But I'll give you an example, like Joey Gallo for Texas. He doesn't hit doubles. He hits a home run or he strikes out. That's why he hit like 206.
That's like Jock Peterson.
Nobody hits doubles. Jock Peterson doesn't hit doubles. Like he hit one yesterday, of course. But no, the double, that was when I was a baseball player, when I played, I used to love doubles. It was my favorite thing. I used to like hit him in the gap and run for doubles. Now nobody hits doubles. They hit him over the fence.
Because the game has changed. The players have, because they know that you get paid from hitting home runs.
So is it time to move the fences back? Or they got to do something.
No, dude. How can you? Why on earth would you move the? I mean, if there were a bunch of players hitting 50 home runs, if there were like 25 players a season hitting 50 home runs, then I would say move the fences back. But there was 2 guys that hit 50 home runs, and then you have to blame some of the home runs on the pitchers. Like, the pitching has absolutely changed in baseball. Like,
here's my point. Sorry, David Demerit says the balls are juiced because runs are more exciting. That's what I'm saying. It's like fantasy baseball. You know, they knew what they were doing. You think what do people, other than purists, what do people want to see? A 2-1 World Series game or 15-14?
So look, explain this to me, right? Because I know because sometimes people aren't going to let common sense get in the way of their argument,
okay,
right?
No,
just
give it to me.
Just like this dude who made this comment. You're not going to let common sense get in the way of your argument. Explain to me how home runs have gone up every year since 2008.
Right.
Pitchers are more specialized. There's more advanced analytics, and players have a better idea of how to attack a pitcher, and then they have technology to train their eyes, to train their swings, to get stuff better. My 11-year-old son can consistently hit 70 miles an hour, and he's not a pro.
Okay.
And he's 11. And these are professionals who work on their swings all day, and there's the most strikeouts of all time because guys are focusing on this launch angle. There are the most home runs of all time, but it's been up since 2008. So explain to me how on earth that you believe that the balls are juiced.
Because when I see guys that are 5'5", 5'6", hitting opposite field home runs in the upper deck, like people always say, oh, so Aaron Judge's home runs are fake. Aaron Judge weighs 275 pounds. He's different. Gary Sanchez is different. Bellinger is a strong kid. I'm talking about these, like Chris Taylor home run. Was his name Chris Taylor? The leadoff batter for the Dodgers. First at bat in the World Series. He almost hit it out of Dodger Stadium. There's no way in the 90s. No, Piazza was the only guy that did it, and that was because of steroids. You cannot. Guys that are 5'6" are not meant to hit the ball out of a stadium. There's just no way. That guy, dude, it was this far away from clearing the bleachers. Remember Reggie Jackson? Willie
look at Altuve. Altuve. Altuve's a little dude. However, have you seen anybody take hacks like he hacks?
What was his career high in home runs before this year? I guarantee you he hit his career high this year.
Dude, he hit like 21 home runs or
24.
30, yeah.
24. So I guarantee his high before that was like 18.
So, but have you seen the way, like, you have not seen another player attack the baseball like he attacks the baseball?
Because they all know, they're all attacking. Now they know if they put the ball in the air, it's going to be a home run. Like, just swing as hard as you can now. If in this series alone, Dodgers, Astros,
would you say that players before the last 2 years, when they started focusing on these launch angles, they weren't swing. They would change where they are in the box. Like, they were trying to hit for average a lot more than they were trying to hit home runs.
Yeah, because I think the balls being juiced leads to that.
Oh
too.
my God,
it
dude!
Does.
What kind of sense, dude? You just sat there and answered your own question.
You can't have 200 guys establishing a career high in home. Elvis Andrus' career high was like 9 home runs. He hit that the third month of the year. It's just not a fluke. It's just not. I mean, too many guys broke their all-time
it is
records.
the change in the way people approach the baseball.
You will see next year.
So when more home runs are hit next year than this year, then what are you going to say?
I'm gonna say you're 100% right. But they're gonna go back to the old balls. I told you I held a baseball from last year and this year, and the seams are sewn into the balls. Like last year, the seams are this much higher. This year, they're like this.
That's tech. That's
what about
technology.
you, Darvish? You, Darvish, said the balls are different this year.
Dude, that sounds like Kyrie Irving talking about the floor was different the other night.
God,
when they
hey,
you guys talking about this juice baseball might as well be flat earthers.
Like Kyrie. I do have a question for you. We didn't even talk about this when we set the show, but I want to put you on the spot here. So everybody knows what happened with Gurriel and Yu Darvish.
Yep.
He hits a home run. He comes in the dugout and he says Chinito whatever, and he does his thing. Do you find that offensive?
Yes. 100%. And baseball for not suspending Gurriel for Game 5, right? It was the weakest move of all time.
What about Roberto Alomar spitting the umpire's face? He didn't get suspended.
He should have been. Okay, so we can't
What's
address. No. I don't live in the what's worse world.
Yeah, you
right?
have to though.
No. Where you have to live at is this right or wrong world, and the right or wrong thing to do is. What he did was wrong, and it encourages kids because kids are watching because we talk about
that. That's what sucks. That's okay. So that's the big problem is that the cameras are always on.
Yeah.
By all accounts, this Gurriel is so not that guy.
Oh God, that is.
You Darvish said he's not upset. If you Darvish isn't mad, why should we be mad?
That is the dumbest argument ever, dude. The argument that says that, oh, it's not that bad. Dude, we can make...
Like, I have a thicker skin, and we have a Japanese American here. Jeremy says he should have been suspended, period. He should have... He is suspended. He's suspended 5 games or 8 games?
5 games,
5
dude.
games.
Dude, that is...
So I have Asian friends that are so pissed off about what he did, and I have other ones that are like, you know what? Believe it or not, to some of it, it's a term of endearment. Like Chinito, Dylan Hernandez, the writer of the Dodgers, he said he's half Japanese. He says he found zero offense in that.
Forget whether people found it offensive or not, right? Would you agree that it was a suspendable offense?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so
in this climate that we live in, it has to be.
So here's the part that was weak for me, right? The part that was weak for me is that baseball suspended him for 5 games next season. I know that there's an appeals process, and he would have been able to play the entire World Series. So, however, if you're baseball, you have to do the right thing, which is suspend him for Game 4. Just because I would suspend him for 1 game or 5, I would just suspend him for 5 games, right? If you were going to choose 5 games. Just suspend him for 5 games. You know that he's going to appeal, and he's going to get the chance to play in the World Series. So the fact that you suspended him for next season, that's the weakest move of all time.
Okay, so what happened?
You either needed to suspend him, period.
And then he appeals it, and then what? And then what? He appeals it and he gets to play. He's going to play anyway.
Correct. But that's not then on you. Like baseball, they didn't. No, you don't get to do that.
If he does it publicly standing at home plate, I totally get it.
Publicly, they know that the cameras are in the dugout.
He did not know the camera. Dude, he was crying after the game, like when he
found
out.
God. Of course, because he knew he was going to get jammed up.
Dude,
oh, man.
Altuve, Correa, they say he's a great guy. He spoke to Darvish after the game. He was so afraid to talk to Darvish because he couldn't face him, and Darvish like, yeah, dude, let's talk, and now he feels better about himself. He would have been, if he didn't have that talk with Darvish, I don't think he would have come up as big in that game yesterday. That home run he hit against Kershaw.
Dude,
Kershaw. We didn't even talk about Kershaw yet. What a choker. Oh, my God. He is Peyton Kershaw.
That's ridiculous.
He choked again.
No, he did not choke.
He choked. How many times? It's every year.
He had a bad game.
He had a 4-run. Yeah, but he has his bad games in the postseason.
No. However, though, right, is when you look at Keuchel, who's one of the best pitchers in the league.
But he ain't Kershaw.
He had a poor game, and if Kershaw comes back, pitches in Game 7, and plays well,
you think there's going to be a Game 7?
Absolutely.
Verlander's pitching tomorrow.
Who cares? He
Oh my
he,
God.
he already
Who cares?
he already took an L. They
No,
already
no.
took an L the day he pitched.
No, he won game 2. They won. He pitched game 2.
Oh, yeah.
Verlander's out. This series is over tomorrow.
Okay.
That was a huge loss for the Dodgers yesterday.
Dude, I actually feel better about the Dodgers having their backs against the wall than.
And you want Kershaw to pitch game 7 over Wood after what Wood did?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Dude,
Remind me to
I'm
never
throwing,
let you coach my kid.
I'm throwing a $30 million man out there,
Oh my God.
and he's got to do it.
I didn't even think Kershaw would want to pitch game 7.
Oh, stop, dude! That is
He
outrageous.
would be better. He would be better coming out of the pen.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. So, you guys remember the Unafraid Show at gmail.com. Send in your emails. So, how the emails work is, it is an anonymous email. In terms of, I'm going to see who sees it. Joey's going to see who sees it, sends it. However, we will not release it. So you can send your problems. You can send your comments. I post it on Twitter and Facebook every Thursday. So you guys make sure that you guys send them in.
That's actually, it's funny. This happened in Northwest Italy, I got to tell you. So Jeremy, who's half Japanese, half American, says, bro, I got slapped on the wrist for saying one of my kids wore their helmet like a yarmulke. And he says, I'm fucking Jewish. That's right. He's actually Jewish. That did happen. See, people are so fucking sensitive. It makes me sick. He got in trouble for that because he said the kid was wearing a helmet like a yarmulke. One of the parents like, oh my God, a Jewish mom got so offended. How can you say that? Oh my God, dude.
Wait, hold on. Because there is a difference, right? Than saying, all right, if I have a thing on the top of my head, dude, you're wearing your hat like a yarmulke, right?
Yeah.
Or you're wearing your a hat like a baseball player. You're wearing your hat like a skateboarder, right? That is totally different than like making a cultural remark. I mean,
That wasn't
it's
cultural
like,
remark.
No, I'm talking. No. That is.
They thought because he's not Jewish, he's
It didn't matter if he was Jewish or not.
No, they thought, who's this Japanese guy talking about making Jewish jokes? He's Jewish.
It doesn't. Do you understand?
I've seen his penis. He's Jewish.
That is. That's odd. So it just doesn't.
And Japanese, actually.
It doesn't make sense. Like these are two separate things. When you're actually trying to make fun of somebody, as opposed to just making a statement, right? If I say, oh man, that beanie, man, you're wearing that beanie like a kufi, right? Which is the hat that
I thought it was a Kofi.
Kofi.
Oh, okay, go.
That's what I'm trying to say.
The Jim Brown thing.
Well, it's a Muslim hat.
No, but Jim Brown wears it all the time.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, I mean, I don't know. I really feel bad. If it was like if it was like Odell Beckham Jr. that did it, I'd probably be more upset.
Why?
Because Odell Beckham Jr. pisses when he scores a touchdown and
Gurriel just looks like a jerk, dude. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, go ahead.
The Houston Astros are probably the least likable team of all time to me. Like
Why?
they are one of the least likable. I don't like Altuve. I don't like Gurriel. Correa, I like him because I heard his story.
What about Bregman? They're good guys.
Bregman's
But
okay.
that's baseball. You said you like the bat flip? That these guys are guys that whoop it up, and now you don't like that. That's all it is. You don't like that. Altuve with his tongue,
No. See, I'm not an Altuve guy. However, I do like Puig, and I like Aaron Judge. I like
Yeah, but what's Altuve?
I like because
He's
just
such a gamer. 5'6".
That burn.
What?
Oh my God! I was just talking to Denisha about this last night.
What, that people give him a pass because of his height or give him more respect?
Yes. Just like she knows that she went to UCLA during when they won the championship in '95, and
Basketball, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyus Edney is one of her friends.
Yeah.
And when he went coast to coast against Missouri was like 3.4 seconds, 4.3 seconds, whatever it was. And I sports hate him. Like, I think he's a good person, but I sports hate him because I didn't want him to win that game.
Okay.
And she's like, well, he's so little, like you have to love the little guy. And I'm like, just because the guy's little, just because Altuve's 5'6", doesn't make me like him
you have
anymore.
to give him a little more
No,
respect.
I don't give him
Dustin
jack.
Pedroia winning the American League MVP, you got to give him a little.
I don't give him jack extra.
That's why I love baseball.
Are you a baseball player or are you not?
Yeah, you're a baseball player, but dude, you're still doing things that I mean, he's 5'6".
Oh,
you're a big guy. You don't understand. See, big guys don't understand like that.
He's a little guy.
Yes,
he hit home runs over the
little guy.
No,
you know
man.
what I mean?
If you hit it, you either hit it over the fence or you don't. Like, I don't care whether you're 5'8" or whether you're 6'9". Like, a home run is a home run. I mean, like, you don't get extra credit. Like, you don't get 1.25 home runs for Altuve and 1 for Aaron Judge.
Yeah, but you still like, oh my God, like this little guy came in here and he's playing second base.
Little guy.
He's gonna be MVP of the American League.
Listen, there's no difference than when he won MVP or when a dude who was talented from birth like A-Rod won.
No, there's a huge difference. A-Rod coming out of high school was the most. They got the highest grades of any player that ever lived.
So
Altuve, who knew who Altuve was? Came from a small little country in Where's he?
But he's playing in the big leagues
and dominating. He's not just playing. It's one thing to play, and it's one thing to be completely dominating.
No. So
how many batting crowns does he won?
Here's the thing: is I give him here's where I don't want to get missed. I give him credit for what he's doing. Right? I give Altuve credit. However, he doesn't get bonus points or special merits because he's little.
Okay, I disagree.
You're just a baseball player.
I'll give you a name right now, Doug Flutie.
I don't give Doug Flutie extra credit.
Oh, dude, Doug Flutie, 5'8", doing the stuff he did at Boston College and for the Patriots and Chargers.
So do you give Russell Wilson extra credit because he's under 6 feet tall too?
He's like 5'11".
He's under 6 feet
Flutie's
tall.
5'8".
Quarterbacks. All quarterbacks are over every single quarterback.
But
I do
give him more credit than somebody who's like Deshaun Watson, who's 6'4". But Doug Flutie's 5'8", and he's playing against offensive linemen who are 6'6".
So what?
What? I'm with you, Denisha. By the way, I like the new car. That's her car, right?
Yeah.
What a car. Woo!
Dude, it's insane. So, but you guys are watching Unafraid. Right or wrong. You got anything else for today?
Just that guy on the A's, that the only baseball player that kneeled, Maxwell. What a hypocrite, man! That boils my. Oh, dude, if you're gonna kneel, do your best to be an upstanding citizen. That's all I'm saying.
So, but that's where I say this is that the idea that you have to be perfect, right?
No, not perfect.
Because you stand up for a cause, that's craziness. I'm upset with him if he pulled the gun on the delivery person, right? If he really actually did that, I'm upset with him just as a human being on that level, right?
Right.
But one thing, him kneeling has nothing to do with him pulling a gun on her, because they are two separate wrongs. Like he was protesting one thing, right? And then he went and did something else. If he
did another thing too, though. He went to a restaurant and he said he got kicked out because he didn't support Trump or something like that. So this guy's an attention seeker.
No. So if he had, I would have a problem with him, and I would call him a hypocrite if it were him going like that, like.
Right. I understand that.
Now that's where the hypocrisy would have landed for me. So I don't expect.
Here's what I'm saying. So this guy has a problem with police brutality, right? That's what the whole thing's about. So do your best not to get a police involved in anything going on in your life. That's what he did, like the domestic gun charge, whatever. This doesn't happen every day. Has it happened to you? Have you ever pulled a gun on a delivery driver?
No,
most
people have not. That is somebody who is, to me, what that sounds like is
he's got issues.
Either A, he has issues, or B, he's involved in something that he has no business being involved in, and
sure that's it too.
and somebody might be showing up at that door, because it's easy to just initially think that, oh, this is a crazy person, right? But when I know people, what I know about people have secrets and they have dusty corners. So this dude could have a serious dusty corner, which some people could be looking for him.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I just think it's very hypocritical. Like, he's the only Major League Baseball player to do it. So all eyes are on you. You come back home, and then you do that. Like, just his name has been in the news. I've never, ever heard of this guy.
Because he plays for the Oakland A's.
No, he's a backup catcher.
Yeah.
I've never heard of him, never seen him before. So what does he do? He makes a name for himself by kneeling, okay? Now he's worldwide. Now that's what he wants. He's famous. He's on Twitter. Now he's a superstar, and he butchers it by getting thrown out of a restaurant for some reason and saying they were all racist there and getting.
Wait, hold on. So with that first incident, right? So where he got thrown out.
If he doesn't kneel, that's a non-story. Nobody knows who he is.
No, hold on. But however, so many Trump supporters, they say that they're ashamed to like that people treat them poorly sometimes because they support him. Isn't it possible that this man was treated poorly because he took a knee?
I don't believe anything the guy says. And somebody else, like if it was Colin Kaepernick tomorrow, something happened, I would believe Colin Kaepernick. This guy is an attention seeker. I don't believe him. I never believed for the second he kneeled and I heard what stuff he's saying, I didn't believe it. I just didn't feel he was being sincere. Some guys are being sincere. I take it. But some of them are not. They're just like, want their name out there. They're just going along for the ride. And this guy was one of them. Okay. I'm going to be the first guy to do it in baseball. People are going to talk about me. That's me. And he comes home and gets in trouble twice.
Yeah. He's persona non grata right now for getting in trouble just in general. Bad move, buddy.
Yep.
Bad move.
So really quick before we go, Dodgers, it's Verlander tomorrow against Hill.
Yep.
Hill's a good pitcher.
Yeah. Oh, and speak real quickly. I don't think that people really noticed or knew about this stat where they started talking about facing batters for the third time.
Oh God, yeah.
So
of course.
Guess who is and when he took Rich Hill, when Dave Roberts, the Dodgers manager, took Rich Hill out after 4 innings because he didn't want to face the lineup a third time. Guess which statistically pitcher in baseball is the best against facing the lineup?
Is Hill?
Yes, it's Hill. Third time.
And let me tell you something. You don't think Dave Roberts knows that? Of course he knows that. They have all that information.
Yeah. So it's sometimes.
If you know it, Dave Roberts knows.
Analytics are good and they are useful. However, the human element is undefeated. I mean, look at the ump yesterday. This shows like how much that the specialization of pitchers has like hurt baseball, because the batters are not changing their lineup, right? I'm sorry, they aren't changing their stance in their
approach, right?
Yeah, their approach. They're not changing where they stand in the box, depending on the strike count. They're not adjusting anything, right?
Right.
And then the umpire has the strike zone like as big as you could drive a truck through his strike zone. I mean, it was huge. And pitchers are asked to do a certain thing, right? And everybody knows what this pitcher is going to do. So instead of being able to keep them off balance, they know what they're going to come in. They know what that they're going to throw. So that's why they're able to hit home runs off. It is just ultimately frustrating.
But it's over tomorrow. Verlander's he's gonna
lies. Dodgers win. All right, thank you guys for joining us. Unafraid, Joey Heim here, George Reister. Like the feed, swipe up, share it with all your friends, all your buddies. Continue the conversation. Peace out. Catch you guys.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Astros in 5.
Lies. How are the Astros going to be in 5?
Well, 6, but I was off.
You have no idea.
I said it was going to be Dodgers first game, Astros the next 4. So it's Astros, Dodgers, Astros, Dodgers, Astros. So it's a game off.
Who's going to win?
Caden, who you got?
Dodgers. Thank you.
Yeah? You think they're going to beat Verlander, Caden? You think they're going to beat Verlander? You know that's a pitcher for the Astros.
Verlander hasn't won a game in the World Series. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Ever?
No. I'm talking about this year.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Okay.
Neither has Rich Hill.
Hey. First time for everything, right?
All right. And Kershaw never lost one before yesterday. Actually, he didn't lose yesterday.
Yep.
He blew it, though. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.